First up, we've got Nathan. He is based in Wigan. He's a Wigan Athletic supporter. He also works with the NHS. And I'm just about to join. Hello to Nathan.
You all right, mate?
How are you, pal? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Just been for a 10K run.
10K? Doing 10 metres, Nathan. I'll tell you that for free.
I couldn't do it 2 weeks ago.
How's things over there? Is NHS frontline looking all right?
It's busy. Sadly, a few of my colleagues have passed away at our hospital. So it's sad times, but we're hoping that, we will beat it. It's just people need to make sure they're following the guidelines and the rules. I know it's difficult, but just keep plodding on and we'll get there.
That's sad to hear that, pal. Very, very sad to hear. How's your health? How's your family? You okay?
I'm fine. My wife's fine. She's working from home, so we're all good at the minute.
Good. Right. Onto Wigan. It's the COVID-19 epidemic is it's come at the wrong time for you guys, isn't it? Really,
We're on a good run. I think we're only 15 points off the playoffs or something.
Well, I mean, you're 2 points in front of Charlton to not go down. So yeah, it's every cloud, eh? But like I say, it's come at the wrong time because obviously your 6-game unbeaten run. You were due to play Huddersfield.
Yeah,
you were due to go to that game. So it wasn't looking good. I mean, if the season restarts, are you confident of staying up or?
I think so. I just hope. I want the season to restart, but I'm not sure whether we'll play our best behind closed doors. I just don't know about the behind closed doors thing. Because I think sometimes we play better with the fans behind us. So I just don't know how they'll play with no noise or anything like that. It's a bit strange. But I'd like to carry on the season. I'm confident that we'll hopefully carry on doing well as long as the team have kept the togetherness up. The only downside is that there's no more cup draws left this season, so we can't get City.
I think we'll skip past that a little quite quickly, actually. Yeah, we've not got the great success against you guys in the FA Cup, to be fair.
Some of my highlights of previous years every time we play City.
One of your players that you signed this season, Jamal Lowe, it's not had the best of seasons. He's only scored 3 goals this season in the Championship.
I think people were dubious about him the first half of the season. I think he's played better since January. And reading an interview that he did just as the lockdown started, he's given a reason that the fitness level's quite different, he said, from League One to the Championship. So he said it took him a good 6 months to get used to it. He said that in League One, they were only running like 9 kilometres a half on average. And then when he's come to the Championship playing for Wigan, he's doing 12 to 14. And he has played a little bit better second half of the season. So fingers crossed that he'll come into his own at some point whenever he gets a chance to.
Yeah. I mean, £2.5 million outlay for him at the beginning of the season. His previous record before, in fact, his combined record for the last 3 seasons, 144 appearances, scoring 28 goals. So, I mean, to put £2.5 million outlay on a striker for the Championship, do you think you could have bought better than that?
Not too sure. We bought Kiefer Moore as well, who I was expecting to be a big success, and he's come into his own as well since January. He scored a good few goals, but he didn't do anything first half of the season. So it's just even £2.5 million in the Championship. When we got promoted from the Championship to the Premiership originally, that was like you'd get the top striker and below the Premiership for that money. But £2.5 million these days, I don't think it does even in the Championship.
No, yeah, that's a good point, to be fair.
I mean, we got Nathan Ellington and Roberts for that back in the day.
I've got a comment on the viewers. Simon Gregory says, "Go on, Nathan Sinclair, lad." Assuming you,
Yeah, he does it.
assuming you know Simon.
He does his own podcast for Latics.
Oh, does he? What's it called?
It's the Progress with the Unity podcast. I've been on it once or twice. He's a really good guy. I went to school with him.
Yeah, Simon, there's your plug. But yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying. 2.5 million for a striker is, I suppose, it's peanuts for a player. This, with this financial climate. But I mean, there was rumours you were going to try and get Jordan Rhodes from Sheffield Wednesday in the
Yeah,
in the transfer window, and that'd have been a
that
good signing.
would have been a good signing. The worrying thing for me is that, as I've said numerous times, is that we were supposed to be progressing from fighting relegation to, the owners said they wanted to aim to go back to the Premiership, and we signed players, so we thought we'd get some. We signed quite a lot of players in the summer, so I thought we'd progress, but I did worry we'd signed too many, which I think has been true because it's took a while for them to gel.
Mm-hmm.
And my only worry was when the finance results came out a couple of weeks ago. I think we were something like in the top 5 teams for wage outlay in the Championship, which.
Yeah, I mean, I was just about to come on to that actually, because
When you compare that to a league position, it's slightly worrying to me.
Well, I was going to say, I'm literally just going to come on to that because obviously the news on Sky Sports is telling us that the Wigan players have took a deferral on the wages for the next 3 months.
Yeah, 30%.
So,
I listened to an interview with Matt Jacobs yesterday. He said the team were very happy and it didn't take them very long at all. It was announced about 2 weeks ago, I believe.
Do you believe? Do you think that clubs should donate more money to the NHS cause?
It's a tough one, and I'm not talking just football because I don't want to get political on a football. My personal opinion is that we are, one of the top 5 economies in the world. It's nice that people donate to the NHS, but should we be relying on people donating to the NHS to keep our population safe? I'm not too sure about that, but I don't want to get into the big political debate about it. But I'm happy for the players to donate to NHS. We'd never turn a donation down. It all goes to a good cause and helps people, and so it's good for them to do. But I'm just not convinced that we should be relying on donations as a health service in a highly developed country, if that makes sense.
No, I totally understand. I mean, do you think the government should do more? Or is that a self-explanatory question, really? I mean, for our economy, they should do more, shouldn't
they? PPE-wise, yes. The lockdown should have been earlier. I think compared to other countries in Europe, the enforcement's not super from what I see when I go for my run. I see lots more traffic this week than last week, but none of the rules have changed. So that worries me that we're heading for a second peak. And I think when my friends who live in Spain are saying that they can't go out without people challenging them, and I've been for a run every other day for 3 weeks, and I've not seen a single police person or a roadblock asking people where they're going. In my mind, that would say yes, that they should do well, but it comes to police numbers probably, which is another political
I mean, if football in terms, I mean, obviously there's billions and billions and billions and billions of pounds in football. Obviously the Premier League's the biggest, the most most revenue stream league in the world. Do you think if we take like 30% from the Premier League, do you think it could sort out this crisis and get more PPE and get more people on the front line?
As long as it goes to the right places, it could help. But also, there's other football clubs. I know the NHS is the priority, but at the back of my mind, I'm thinking of my non-league team like Charlie and other clubs who the Premiership also needs to help at some point. Otherwise, we're going to have a crisis after this is all over in football as well. I know that's not the priority of the country at the minute, but at some point it'll become an issue. but it could help. More money would help as long as it goes to the right places, and helps. Luckily, in our trust, which is quite well run, so they've used some of the cash reserves to buy PP themselves. So that's always a positive.
PB themselves, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
right through.
I mean, surely the UK government could have acted quicker. In terms of this epidemic. I mean, it's all. I know, I know it's all ifs and buts. But it's one. I don't know. It's one of them, isn't it? I've got another comment from Simon Gregory. Asked Nathan to pop it's non-league Charlie chart out to Mr. Sherry's views on the National League and Charlie's outlook. Any views on that, Nathan?
Well, I'm sure they'd be happy if their season was declared void with no promotion and relegation. I think that's the only view that they'll have. In fact, some of the fans actually, which I'm always surprised about on the Charlie supporters group, were saying they'd prefer to get relegated and they didn't want to go for another season like that. But I disagree with that viewpoint. I'd never, as a fan, wanted to get relegated. I didn't particularly like it in the Premiership, but I didn't want to see us come out of it. I think the atmosphere is better away from home in lower league grounds than it is in some Premiership grounds. But that's just my personal opinion. But it doesn't mean I want to see us get.
Yeah, I mean, the last time we spoke, we seen each other at Halifax Town. When BT Sport was there, obviously it was the only football fixture in the Northwest at the time. The atmosphere, from my point of view, was marvellous. I mean, I know it was obviously the only game on, and I've seen a couple of people from other clubs there as well. But it seems a cracking little club.
It was a good crowd on, good atmosphere. I'm not sure if I was sat in front of some Leeds fans because they spotted my Wigan badge, and I saw at the corner of my eye that he was telling his mate to kick me off my seat. So I'm not sure whether they go to Halifax matches or not, but it was just light-hearted stuff. But it was a good atmosphere. It was nice to have gone to what was officially the last football game in the country, I believe.
It was indeed, yes.
I kept my social distancing rules there and made sure I had empty seats around me and stuff like that. So,
did you see the person use the defibrillator after he's ate pie?
The guy with the mask on. I think he was just doing it for the photo opportunity, wasn't he? I think he knew that he'd get in the press if he came out. Yeah. Took his mask off, ate his pie, put it back on.
If the viewers would like to see, obviously the videos from Halifax, they're on our YouTube channel. I posted some photos on the Standard 442 page as well. Like I say, cracking little club, good atmosphere, and it's just a shame that those types of games. I know it was a drab 1-0 to Ebbsfleet, but it's a shame those sort of games don't get on TV more often.
Yeah, well, I think Charlie only get. I'm sure I read that they only get allocated 2 games each or something in the National League. So it's like once a week it's on BT Sports, so they don't get much exposure.
Right.
Like an atmosphere at Charlie's cracking on. When Latics are played, I'll always go down there if it's an international week or something. It's a good atmosphere. A nice little clubhouse, and it's usually not segregated unless it's against certain teams, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's a shame football's not on now because I am absolutely bored out of my skull. Hence why I put this stream together today, just to get all the football fans together, get them engaged, and get them talking, and try and eradicate the boredom from the situation.
I've watched the first Soccer AM back just before I came on, which I don't even normally watch during the season, but I thought I'd watch it because it was football. I'm looking forward to the same. Is the Bundesliga officially coming back in 2 weeks, or is that just still unofficial?
I think the German FA have said they can come back in 2 weeks' time. It's up to the German government to sign it off. I think there was restriction on fans to go in the stadium. Like I think it was like 4,000 fans, so it's not many at all.
But
But I won't be surprised if it plays me on closed doors. To be honest.
yeah, I watched a few behind closed doors games on TV, and it's even as a supporter, it's even quite different watching football inside. So
Yeah, I've got
the atmosphere is a big part of football, isn't it?
I've got a message from Simon again. Question for you both: what's the worst game you've witnessed? I'll kick off with being beat by Canvey Island 9-1 versus Tottenham. Nathan?
I was going to say the Canvey Island one was the first one that came to mind, and then I think was it the same season in the league or some cup, but we lose to Wrexham 5-1 that same year, 2001, 2002 or something like that. That wasn't the fun, but then we beat Stoke 6-1. So
yeah,
and City 1-0 in the League Cup.
yeah. Super Ginger Wizard Ben Watson with an header. Yeah, nice one there.
That was it Neil Roberts or Lee McCullough? It was when we were in Division 2.
Oh, right. You're going way back. All right, okay.
No, was it 2002, 2003, something like that?
I think my worst game I've ever witnessed is getting beat by Borough 8-1 at the Riverside.
Yeah, well, that sounds super pleasant. You've also got one of the other bad results for Latics was when Sean Goater's hand of goat or whatever it was called.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Back in the day.
what have a clue what you're talking about there. Oh, I mean, would you rather go back a few years and have like Roddy Ager in your team again? Would you have Amir Zaki back in your team again? Paul Sharner?
Yeah, well, you'd like to go back to them days, but you go with what you've got. I'm not going to stop going home and away. And one of the highlights of my football as a teenager, I remember going to Preston away, and I think it was Jason Roberts scored 2 on his debut. And I jumped out my seat, jumped over 5 rows of seat into the front of the stand, and nearly broke my leg.
Oh, nice.
when he came to the advertising, that's probably my most memorable memory.
Oh, jeez. I think Simon's referring. I don't know if Simon's referring to be honest, but yeah. Oh well, no. Wait a second. No, yeah, I think I do. Never mind.
What's he saying?
Yeah, just cheat and hate Goldwyn and Brian Dean.
No, I don't know what he means.
The hand of Sean Goater. Like I say, I'm not too sure what he's talking about.
He's admitted it now, Goater. I was googling it the other week.
Was it? Oh well, it's just trying to get everyone back on side because he wants to get back on TV, probably.
It wasn't so long ago, was it, that City were in the, in the Division 1 and the Championship or whatever it was.
Yeah. Message from Joel. Oh ho ho! Here we go. Yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. It's like I say, it's going to be an 8-hour stream today. Nathan is obviously our first guest. Works for the NHS on the front line. We can't applaud you enough for what you do, Nathan. Obviously, it's sad to hear your colleagues have passed away, and keep your spirits up, pal. And thanks for all you're doing.
We'll get through it. We'll get through it. I promise you that.
No problem. Well, thanks for all your time today, Nathan.
No problem. Been nice talking.
No problem. Thanks very much, mate.
Cheers,
Take care of yourself. Thank you.